Welcome to Missouri Chamber Direct. I'm Karen Bushman. A bill to cut Missouri taxes has passed the General Assembly, setting the stage for a veto fight with Governor Jay Nixon. The bill will reduce Missouri's tax rate from 6% to 5.5%. It would also create a new 25% deduction for business income reported by individuals. We met with House Floor Leader John Deal about the tax cut, and he explained what it could mean for Missouri small businesses.
Best economic development tools are those that they're fair, they're broad-based, they apply to everybody equally, and they don't pick winners and losers. So what's great about broad-based tax relief, particularly those focused on small businesses, are that each business can take advantage of it on a level playing field with every other business, where you don't have the government deciding, I want this industry, or I want this industry, or I want this industry. If you're a small business, you get the tax break, and then we let the business owners decide and make the decisions and the risks with their business on how they're going to proceed and be successful or not be successful. And that's really what government needs to do, is provide a favorable tax environment and then get out of the way.
Governor Jay Nixon has spoken out against the bill. He has 15 days to decide whether he will veto the measure. Lawmakers supporting the tax cut are already rallying support for a veto override. Watch for updates at mochamber.com. In other news, the Missouri Supreme Court has lowered the bar in workplace injury discrimination cases. Their new ruling will tilt our courts against employers. Senator Brad Lager is an advocate for businesses on this issue. We met with him, and he explained how this decision could harm Missouri's economy.
It's a huge issue when businesses end up in court, when employees sue employers. And because of this outrageous ruling, basically, if you are an employer in Missouri, you are at a greater liability to be sued than any other place in the country. If I'm a member of the state chamber, the number one thing you can do right now is call your elected officials. I mean, tell them, listen, this decision that came out just continues to put me at greater risk, and enough's enough. Whether it's the poor decisions that's happened over the last 8 years, whether it's the one that happened yesterday, at some point we've got to draw a line in the sand and say we are done. We can no longer continue to allow our courts to erode away 50 years of practicing law. I mean, this idea that they can rewrite legislation from the bench has got to stop.
Senator Lager wants lawmakers to restore Missouri's previous law and revisit how Supreme Court justices are chosen. Finally, the Missouri Chamber and state lawmakers are preparing for a new EPA rule that could threaten our energy supply and increase costs. Here to talk more about this is the Missouri Chamber's Jay Atkins. Thanks for joining us, Jay. What is the new EPA Greenhouse Gas Rule?
Thanks, Karen, and that's a great question. The short answer is nobody knows. When we're talking about EPA greenhouse gas regulations, there's really two universes we're talking about. One is for existing coal-fired power plants, one is for new constructed coal-fired power plants. The EPA issued its proposed rule for new construction coal-fired power plants last June. The practical result of that rule is that in all likelihood, America is not going to be able to build any new coal-fired power plants. The new proposed rule for existing power plants is due out this June. Nobody's seen it yet. We don't know what's going to be in it, but history would tell us that if they follow the track that they did with the new construction rule, that it's going to make it very difficult for our energy producers and in all likelihood force a number of our coal-fired power plants into early retirement.
Bottom line, what does this mean to Missourians' electricity bills?
Bottom line, it means they're going to go up. In direct energy increase, probably in the neighborhood of 35 to 45%. That does not account for the indirect increase in costs that you're going to see from this type of regulation. When you have an increase in 35 to 45% for direct energy costs, that affects everything across the board. Your manufacturing prices are going to go up, your cost of distribution prices are going to go up, your transportation costs are going to go up, all those things are going to go up, and that is all going to be felt by the consumer. And it doesn't matter if you're a residential consumer, industrial consumer, commercial consumer, that's across the board. Those prices are going to go up.
What's the Missouri Chamber doing to help protect Missourians?
It's a great question. We're doing a number of things. things. Probably first and foremost is we're supporting legislative efforts ongoing now this session to help empower the Missouri Clean Air Commission to push back on the EPA within the full limits of law allowed by the Clean Air Act. That's House Bill 1631 being sponsored by Representative Todd Richardson. The Chamber's been very supportive of that bill. It's moving along nicely, and we're going to continue to support that. In addition to those legislative efforts, really we're taking on an educational campaign. We're working with our members, other groups that are coalitions that are concerned with this issue, just to educate people, let them know what the EPA is doing, what the potential consequences of that are, and what they can do to get involved in the issue and help stop this. So that's what we're doing.
Great. Thanks for your efforts, Jay. That's all from Missouri Chamber Direct. For more news, visit our website at mochamber.com.